Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name's Rhiannon and today I'm filming an unboxing. Now, as you can see, I have quite the stack of parcels here, and that is because I have two FAIRYLOOT books. I have the July and June one. I also have the June Illumicrate book, as well as a pre-order from Illumicrate that I placed quite a while ago. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do in terms of this unboxing, but everything has worked out pretty well. I'd obviously received my June boxes, and then the July FAIRYLOOT and the Illumicrate pre-order came through around the same time, and I decided to just chuck it all in one video. Now, I'm really sorry that I didn't film the June unboxing last month. I'm not gonna lie, I've been a bit overwhelmed. I'm in a reading slump, I'm in a bit of a booktube slump as well, and the end of the school term has just meant that I've been so busy, and the last thing I've been wanting to do is put makeup on and put myself on camera. But we are finally into the summer holidays, which honestly guys, I am so excited about. And something I'm even more excited about is the fact that Tom and I are actually heading off to Florida in a couple of days. We're going to Walt Disney World for the first time, we're gonna go to Universal, and I wanted to get some last minute filming done before we head off. Now I am just going to start with the FAIRYLOOT boxes, and with this one in particular I do have to hold my hands up and say that I have actually had a look at this one. This is a very anticipated release for me. It's also my book club pick for July. For those of you who don't know, I recently started my own book club on an app called Fable. It's called A World of Words and it's completely free to join, so I will leave a link to that down below if you would like to check it out and possibly join. But I knew that that book was coming in a FAIRYLOOT and I decided to put it on there as an option. It did win, and so when I received this I did unbox it and I have actually started reading it. I did decide to put it back in the box though, just to give you guys the full effect, but you can probably tell from the spoiler card what this book is because it's a very hyped release from a very popular author. So the theme was Echoes in the Earth and the card looked like this, and I believe I put the book in this way, so hopefully that is the case. Let me just double check. Yes, it is the right way. So the book for FAIRYLOOT was, of course, Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil by V.E. Schwab. The first thing I have to say is that I've seen so many negative opinions about this cover change. I love it. I think this book is absolutely beautiful. For context, I will pop up the original cover on screen. I don't mind it, but I really don't like it all that much, to be honest with you. I much prefer this edition. I think FAIRYLOOT have done an amazing job with it, and honestly, it's made me want to pick it up even sooner because the artwork has just drawn me in. So here's a closer look at the cover for you. Again, like I said, it's just beautiful. And then, of course, we have gorgeous stenciled edges from FAIRYLOOT. Hopefully that is all in focus for you. I'm not too sure because the viewfinder is tiny. And then moving on to the back of the book, it looks like this, and then the spine looks like this. This is FAIRYLOOT, guys, so of course we have some artwork on the book itself, which again is beautiful. I will say I prefer the back of this one, but I will just show you both at the same time if I can. There's a better glimpse at it for you. It's subtle, but I really like it. And then we do have an iconic quote on the back of the book. It says, "Bury my bones in the midnight soil, plant them shallow and water them deep, and in my place will grow a feral rose, soft red petals hiding sharp white teeth." I must say I love how the artwork replicates the imagery in that quote as well. So yeah, another bonus point for FAIRYLOOT, I guess, for that. The front end pages of the book look like this, and then the back end pages look like this. I don't believe that this is signed by the author, but we do have a bound-in letter, which looks like this. Now, I have actually been lucky enough to meet Victoria Schwab. I met her in Liverpool a few years back now, and honestly, she's just the nicest person. I did take a picture with her. I may have popped it on screen, but it was a few years ago. I definitely don't look my best. However, I don't mind that this isn't signed because I do have other books by her that are. And then I did mention the original cover earlier. So what we've got on the reverse of the dust jacket is the original cover, but we have a color change. So the original cover is a kind of black and navy color, and as you can see, they've changed it here so that it's more of a pink and black. And then the writing is more of a yellow on the standard edition, and this is of course green. All in all, as I've said, this is a stunning edition. I absolutely love it. And I don't know if you'll have been able to see, but I have actually started this one. I do have a bookmark in there. I will say I've only made it to page 36, so I do think I'm gonna have to put a pause on this for now until I come back from Florida. I'm definitely not gonna be taking this with me, and I don't want to start a reading vlog because I want to clear all the footage off of my SD cards ready for the Florida vlogs. So I do think I am gonna stop myself from reading on, and then the spoiler-filled reading vlog that I'm filming as part of my book club, which I normally film for my channel, is gonna be a bit later on. Next up, we have another FAIRYLOOT book. I believe this is actually the book for July, and off the top of my head, I can't remember what this one is. The artwork is definitely making me picture the cover, but off the top of my head, I can't remember the title of the book. But the theme for this month is Dancing with Danger, and the artwork on this is gorgeous, so I'm really excited to see what they've done with the book. I will, of course, take it out and pop down the box, and we'll see if this is the right way. I think it is. So let's see what the book of the month is for July. Okay, I definitely have seen this cover around before, and oh my goodness, she is stunning. This is such a beautiful design. And if you couldn't see, this one is A Dance of Lies by Brittany Arena. I will pop up a picture of the original cover. I don't think there are too many differences. It may be a colour change. I do remember the original cover being more of a blue colour. I may be completely wrong, but that is what I'm picturing at least. But guys, look at this. Isn't she beautiful? Look at the detail. I'm obsessed. I'm going to turn you around so that we can see the stenciled edges, and again, hopefully this is in focus for you because it is gorgeous. I believe that the design on the back is the same as the front, but of course we don't have the text on there, so hopefully you can see that a little bit better. I love a stained glass window effect, and so this is definitely making me very happy right now. And then just as a final little look, this is the spine. This is a piece of art. I genuinely can't stop staring at it. It is beautiful, but there is probably a lot more to uncover and have a look at, so I'm trying not to spoil myself, but I'm just gonna take this off and pop it down and show you the naked hardcover. Oh my gosh, this is stunning. And the back, I love the back so much. Wow, guys, the amount of detail. This is insane. Right, I'm gonna try and show you as best I can. So these are the prints that we have on the front and back of the book itself. And then honestly, I love the spine. Look at that. I don't know if it's upside down, I'm sorry if it is, but this is gorgeous. The stenciled edges as well just make it. It just looks so pretty. Oh my goodness. The end pages are amazing. This makes me want to read it as soon as possible, guys. It has a whimsical feel to it that I adore. It honestly reminds me of like an old Barbie film, and I'm obsessed. Let's see what the back end pages look like. Look at this, you guys. Isn't this just the most beautiful thing you've ever seen? This whole book is a piece of art. I love it. I'm actually gonna have to look and see who the artist is. They have signed the end pages actually, which I feel like isn't something that they normally do, but I'm here for it because they deserve the recognition. The foiling as well is gorgeous, and I'm not sure again if this is signed. It doesn't seem to be, which is fine, but we do once again have a letter from the author in there. It's a long one. It spans across 2 pages, so I will be sure to give that a read before diving into the book. And then it doesn't stop there because we once again have a reversible dust jacket. This one has some character art on it, which is beautiful as I said, but there is no way that I am putting on a different cover to this because this is amazing and I love it so much if you couldn't tell. Right, now that I have had all the excitement of unboxing this and having a look at it, it's time to find out what the book is actually about. So it says here, Vasily Moran was once a dancer in King Ilian's court until he framed her for murder. 2 long years in shackles leaves her broken and hopeless until she's suddenly called to face her king. He offers her a deal. Pose as a dancer at the royal gathering, spy on his enemies, and he'll grant her freedom. But as Ilian's orders grow bloody and dangerous, Vasily discovers the monster she served may be aligned with an even greater evil. Unexpected help from Ilian's rakish brother Anton, the king of the East, only complicates things more. The rivalry between brothers escalates, and Vasily is caught in the middle. If she is to survive, she must decide who to trust, who to fight for, and how much of her soul she's willing to damn in the process. Sign me up! I am so here here for this. This sounds exactly like my type of book, and I honestly am baffled that I haven't really heard of this one. It's definitely bumped up higher onto my TBR. I've just filmed a haul video as well where I was talking about some subscription box books that I owned and am desperate to read, and this is just added to the list. The next box I have is the June pick for Illumicrate, I believe. Honestly guys, I'm losing track. But this is what it looks like. You can get a little sneak peek, but it doesn't give too much away. The cardboard can go on the floor, and then let me take the book out, and I'm gonna try not to spoil myself. For those of you who knew, by the way, I do just tend to throw the boxes on the floor, and I clean up once I'm done. So if you can hear any bangs or rustling, that's what it is. I have seen a little bit of the cover, but I'm not too sure what we've got. So let's just find out together. This is A Treachery of Swans by A.B. Poronek, and I believe that once again we have a custom cover, so I will pop up the original on screen. This is gorgeous. The art style is definitely a bit different, so I will have to look to see who the artist is, but as a whole it is very pretty. So here is the front cover. This is what it looks like, and this is the art. We then have some stenciled edges which look like this. I will say not my favourite, but I understand the tie-in to the title. And then this is what had me gasping, the print on the back. The spine looks like this. And all in all, I will say it's a very, very pretty edition. Not my favourite. I feel like it doesn't blow me away, and I don't know if that's because of the stenciled edges or what. I love the font for the title though, and honestly off the top of my head, I don't really think I've heard about this book, so I will be excited to read the synopsis. Right, let's see what we've got under the dust jacket. Are we ready, guys? Oh my gosh, it's bright. It's very bright. It has foiling again, which is lovely. Oh, I love the back. That is so pretty. Right, again, if I open this out, hopefully you'll be able to see that it is one art piece. I definitely prefer the back, which has the swan there, but yeah, this is very, very pretty. The front end pages look like this. The back end pages look like this. I feel like I prefer this just because it looks a bit more magical. And then Illumicrate are moving away from hand-signed books, so I'm not sure if we will have a signature. It doesn't seem as though we do, but we do have a bound-in author letter, which you guys know that I love. In terms of the edition itself, I will say I'm not completely blown away by it. I do like the cover. I just feel like it's not my favourite for some reason, and I can't quite put my finger on why. I feel like it just feels a bit disjointed, but I suppose once I read the story I may see it differently. I'm not too sure, but just on first impressions I'm not blown away by it. I can appreciate it, I do think it's pretty, but not my favourite edition ever from Illumicrate. Let's move on to the synopsis though, because as I said, I do want to know what this book is about. It says, magic has long been outlawed in Oriel. Odile has always known she'd be the one to restore it. Raised by a sorcerer, Odile has spent years preparing for the heist of a lifetime. It's perfectly simple. Impersonate a princess, infiltrate the palace, steal the enchanted crown, and restore magic to the kingdom. But when the king is unexpectedly murdered, she's forced to recruit the help of Marie, the real princess, and the two begin to unravel a web of lies and deceit that leaves Odile uncertain of whom to trust. Soon though, Odile must decide her mission or the girl she's falling for. The fate of the kingdom depends on her making the right choice. I don't know, guys. This does sound appealing to me, but I'm not overly excited to get to it. I feel like this is one that's probably going to sit on my shelves for quite a while before I prioritise it, which is so sad. I will say though, I've unboxed two sapphic books in this unboxing. We have this one and also Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil, so I love that we are promoting some LGBTQ+ books. But unfortunately for me, so far, this is probably my least favourite edition that I've unboxed today, and it is the book that I'm the least excited for as of now. Right, we've finally made it to the last book. As I said, this is a pre-order, so I do know what this is, and I'm so excited for it. Again, let me just take off the cardboard, and I will get the book out. Okay, I can see it through the bubble wrap. This, I feel like, is going to be weird to open, so let me just do that quickly. Right, guys, are we ready? Look at this. This is The Jasad Crown by Sarah Hashem, which is the second and final book in this duology. I honestly can't remember the name of the duology, but I did read the first book, which is The Jasad Heir, a few months ago now. It was actually in the lead up to my trip to Egypt, because this world is heavily inspired by Egypt. And if you couldn't tell, I absolutely loved it. It was a new favourite book, and I was desperate to get my hands on the sequel. I actually reached out to Hachette and asked them if I could get an advanced reader copy to review. Unfortunately, I didn't get one. I'm not sure if they were actually releasing ARCs in the run-up to this book coming out, but they were kind enough to send me a finished copy through the post, which was a lovely surprise. But by that point, I'd already bought this one to match the first book, so I do have a spare. I'm not sure if I'm going to give it to my sister. I will probably read that copy first though, because I don't want to damage this one in any way. But yeah, how lovely is that they actually decided to send me a finished copy. I was genuinely gobsmacked. This one though, as I said, is the second and final book. I love that this is a duology, but I feel like I'm just going to be wanting more. In terms of the edition, I will give you guys a look. I feel like the main difference here is the colour change. I can't remember what the original looks like. It may even be purple, you know, I may be lying, but we of course have stenciled edges, and this is the back. Now there was an option where you could buy matching editions of the first and second book that had artwork in there, and I believe it was character art. I had a look, I really liked it, but because I had this edition of the first one, I didn't really see the point in getting a set of books, so I did just decide to go for the matching edition to the one I already have, and I will say I am really happy about it. This is such a beautiful book, you guys. It doesn't have anything on the back, but look at the naked hardcover. I am obsessed. It is also signed by the author, which again is very exciting. And yeah, I couldn't pass up the opportunity to get a matching edition to my first one. I am a bit sad that they didn't actually do more with the first book and also with this one. I know you could get the matching editions, as I said, but I just wish that more time and energy had been put into both of these. I do love them, don't get me wrong, but considering the books that I've just unboxed and the details on the stenciled edges, I feel like just more could have been done. But saying that, I am really happy to have this one. I will get to it very soon, hopefully, and honestly, I don't even know what to tell you about this one. I think I'm just going to read you the little snippet because I don't want to spoil anything for the first one, and it's been quite a few months, as I said, so I do have to be careful with what I tell you. It says, in the thrilling conclusion to the Egyptian-inspired Scorched Throne duology, a fugitive queen must risk everything and everyone she loves for the chance to restore her lost kingdom of Jasad. So that definitely doesn't give too much more away, but yeah, I would highly recommend reading the first book. If you want to hear my spoiler-free thoughts on it, then I will leave a reading vlog linked up above and down below where I read books inspired by Egypt in the run-up to my trip to Egypt, and you can hear all of my thoughts on there. But yeah, very, very happy to have this one, and I'm desperately hoping that I love it as much as the first book. So there we have it, guys. These are all of the books that I've unboxed in today's video. I will turn them around and show you the stenciled edges as well. Look how beautiful they are. Please do let me know which edition was your favourite down in the comments. For me personally, it's got to be one of the two FAIRYLOOT books. I did of course say that I really like the cover for Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil, but I have to say, I feel like A Dance of Lies is gonna steal the show, and I love it so much I can't stop staring at it. I feel like it deserves the top spot, and I'm just so excited to dive into it now. But yeah, please do let me know your thoughts down in the comments. If you have made it this far through into the video and would like to let me know that you're still here, please go ahead and leave me a pink flower as the emoji of the video. Again, I've decided to focus on A Dance of Lies for the emoji. How could I not choose a pink flower after seeing these stenciled edges? They are just beautiful. And because this was my favourite edition of the month, I feel like that is a very fitting emoji to leave. I know I say it all the time, but seeing you guys comment the emoji of the video truly does mean the world to me. It blows me away that you guys watch these all the way through. So if you are still here but don't have anything in particular that you would like to say, please go ahead and comment that now. As well as that, please don't forget to click the like button if you like this video and the subscribe button if you'd like to see more content from me. But that is it from me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon in my next video. Goodbye!